Hello, fitness enthusiasts and people who like competing in the sport of fitness. Today, we are going to work on some restorative work to the inner forearms, whether or not you have elbow or wrist pain. Those are two areas to consider while we work on this tissue. So, as always, I'll try to give you a test and retest today. That will be two options. So if you have problems in either of these areas, if it's normally wrist pain, you're going to try rocking on your hands and assessing your wrist range of motion like so. So you'll get on your hands and knees, you'll create torque, you'll rotate, your elbow pits forward, elbows behind you, and then you'll keep the heels of each hand down and rock forward and see while keeping the elbow straight. You're going to see if you have any wrist pain. So I have a little bit of discomfort right here on this side, and it's not because of this, because I can move it up and create that torque, and it still hurts. So that's for clearing out this area. We'll see if we can make that any different by working this tissue. And then if you have problems here, especially when you're warming up, like the first time you grab something heavy, and you have pain right there, or if you take like a heavy kettlebell and go into the front rack and you have pain there, or when you're gripping on the barbell, if that hurts, or like first jump up onto a pull-up bar, or if it still hurts after a workout, we're going to see if we can make this area feel better from doing some restorative work to there. So you'll need a heavy kettlebell or a heavy plate would suffice as well. We'll use a kettlebell. I'll show you a plate actually, just in case you don't have access to a kettlebell. So you would lay down like this and roll the plate onto that tissue, and you'll work your way up and down and do a little bit of twisting. Sorry, I'm covering up the money maker. So what we'll do today though is you'll take said heavy kettlebell. I got a 70 right here. I'd have more, of course, but we just don't have bigger kettlebells. Nothing like a humble brag while you mobilize. I'm RX in my mobility, Margaret. Okay, so got a kettlebell on that forearm. We're gonna start with the hand open, and you're gonna start moving side to side. Okay, just assessing where is it more uncomfortable. For me, it's closer to this side of the forearm. So I'm just gonna hang out right here, keeping that hand open. And after some good work there, making sure I can continue to breathe through that discomfort, I'm gonna work on closing the fist and then working that tissue. And it feels different. It's not gonna feel the same. Still working towards this side. And now I'm going to oscillate back and forth, still breathing deeply, and I'm going to open and close the hand while I move. And that's giving me a lot of different input. It's also making my hand nice and white. Working this tissue, I might need to take a little break, let some blood flow come back in. You can see it comes back pretty quickly. I did not have a hand stroke just from cutting blood off. That tissue's more robust than that. So after working side to side with the flat end of the kettlebell, we're gonna spice things up a notch and give yourself some branding. So you may have to move around a little bit. As you can see, I struggle just to get that rogue R on there. And I'm still using that handle to move that tissue, and this is exquisitely worse. So much harder for me to breathe. And I'm still finding more of that tenderness tends to be closer to that inside of the forearm. So I'm going to hang out there, and you could tell, or you could see, I mostly did it with the hands open. Hand open. I can't even say words right because it hurts too much. Now I'm going to do it with my hands closed, hand closed. Still working on breathing. To get some more lasting work done, in addition to making sure you can breathe through it, We have to find that happy medium. Oh, check that out. Make sure you get that done. You got to find that happy medium of it being really uncomfortable to the point where you may brand yourself, but you can still breathe. That's kind of the sweet spot. So we'll do a retest real quick. So create torque, rock forward. My wrist pain is gone. It feels looser on that side. And then if my elbow hurt, I would recheck grabbing a dumbbell or picking up this heavy kettlebell, grabbing the pull-up bar, things like that. So now get to the other side, which I conveniently left my worst sides to go second. How long did I go on the first side?
About 3 minutes.
So this is going to be a much longer 3 minutes. So I'm starting with the palm open, just working side to side, finding the same pattern of discomfort. I'm more tender, closer to the inside of the forearm. And my hand wants to close because the muscles are so tight they pull on the tendons. Fancy term for that is tenodesis. It's hard work to keep the hand open, fingers open, but it's helpful to work them in a lengthened position. And now I'm gonna go on the worst spot right here. I should have done this on the other side. And I'm gonna do a little contract and relax. Contract and relax. And I'm making sure I can breathe through it. So this next one, I'm gonna go ahead and inhale, hold, then contract, and then relax. This will really help milk that 3 minutes. Make it seem like time's flying by. Go ahead, inhale, hold, contract, and relax. Okay, it's getting a little white, a little ghostly. White. Imagine I could get even whiter than I already am.